Wow. 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 What a game. What a performance. This is the same Milan team that are ninth in this area. This is the same Milan team that just lost on the weekend to Atalanta. This is the same Milan team that arguably have had a shambolic season. But there's just something about the Milan Derby, whether it's Fonseca, whether it's Conceição, whether it's the 4-2-3-1, the 3-4-3. Milan, in the Milan Derby this season, they step up. They put on a level of a performance that has everybody just looking at them and saying, why can't you do this week in, week out? Because I can guarantee you, if you performed like this week in, week out, you wouldn't be ninth. But what a performance. Milan are in the Coppa Italia final, and this is their opportunity to salvage an embarrassing season. This is an opportunity for them to get into European football next season. But how? I'm here to break it down. I'm here to do the analysis. We can leave the storytelling towards the end. How? Now, Sérgio Conceição, he is a manager that I've praised at times this season, and I've also criticised, and I've also come to the conclusion that I feel like Milan should definitely move away from him. But this is a manager that, let's just say, is going out in style. There is a swagger, there is the tactical acumen, because today I saw a different Milan team. I really did. Now, as much as we could say the energy levels were there, the mentality was there was tenacity, there was aggression. I feel like he's turned around and told himself, as much as I might have reinvented this team with the 3-4-3 as of late, deploying players in new systems, but my 3-4-3 has its flaws. Now, let's just look at this. This Milan, the 3-4-3, off the ball, they set up in the 5-2-3-1, as you can clearly see. Now, where are the flaws? The three players in attack, they lead your press. Once those three players, as we've seen as of late, once those three players can't regain the ball and their press gets beat, you've now got Fofana and Reijnders in an island all alone. And we saw it against Atalanta where they got outrun in the midfield. You're now either asking some of the centre-halves to step forward or the attacking players to drop deep and stop those overloads. You come up against an Inter team that like to set up in the 3-5-2. So you already know from the jump, they've got three midfielders. So what did Sérgio Conceição do? And for me, I find this impressive, I'll be honest with you guys. Like me, as a football fan, I love the tactical side of the game. I love managers finding different new solutions, tweaking their teams, even if it's just for one game in order to nullify the opposition. He went into this game and he told his players, listen, we're getting outrun in midfield. Reijnders, Fofana, there's too much ground. You're already outnumbered. Inter, with all of their overloads, whether it's their strikers dropping deep, their centre-halves pushing forward into midfield. Today, off the ball, scrap the 5-2-3. Let's bring back the 5-4-1. This photo resembles that in game. You can clearly see Rafa Leao. He ain't playing as an inside forward anymore. He is dropping into that second layer of midfield. He is partnering Fofana. He is partnering Reijnders. The same can be said about Christian Pulisic on the right-hand side. This helps because, one, it means Fofana and Reijnders, they now don't have to just defend the central areas and the flanks. They can just focus on the centre because they know I've got Rafa Leao on the left-hand side. And behind him, I've got Theo Hernandez. Same can be said about Pulisic. He's occupying the right-hand side with Jimenez. It helped Milan so much, especially in the second half. Because, let's be real, we all sat down and watched that game. In the first half, Inter were all over them. Okay, Inter were all over them. Inter were creating opportunities. You could make a case on another day. If Inter score those opportunities, the game doesn't end 3-0 and Inter probably make it through to the Coppa Italia final. But how many times have we sat down and said football is a game of small margins? How many times have we sat down and said football is a game of two halves? And how many times have we said in football, if you don't take your opportunities, you will be punished? But Milan, I feel like in the second half, it became really difficult for Inter to stop this 5-4-1 off the ball. And like I said, I respect Sérgio Conceição for sitting down in the drawing board and telling himself, listen, the 3-4-3, it was good. The 5-2-3 off the ball, it was good. But there's a weakness and the opposition are capitalising on it. So today, in a must-win game, let's go 5-4-1. And I feel like Leao and Pulisic, just them dropping into midfield, creating that row of four. One, it helped their midfield partners. But two, it helped the wing backs so much. Guys, I was seeing Rafa Leao sprinting back, chasing Bisek. This is what you want from your team. But guys, let's talk about the game. He's reborn. That's the best way to put it. He's just reborn. Luka Jovic, I feel like anybody that's followed his career, like when he popped onto the scene in Frankfurt and he created this dynamic duo, him, Sebastian Haller, this dude was regarded as the next big star, the next big number 9. And let's just say his career hasn't picked up. It really, really, really hasn't. Like, he's gone to so many big teams. He's played for Fiorentina. He's played for Real Madrid. He's come to Milan. It's just, he was always a player that you looked at and had question marks over, because you sit down and tell yourself there is promise. There is ability. What you done in a Frankfurt shot, we can't brush it under the carpet. But do you want it? Because sometimes it comes down to whether or not you want it as an individual. This dude, as of late, is reborn. And the thing that I respect about him so much is the fact that he's a mature professional. He's a seasoned pro. He knew, I'm third in the pecking order, especially when you bear in mind Santi Jimenez has just been signed. Tammy Abraham has picked up ridiculous form as of late. I'm third in the pecking order. But when my opportunity presents itself, I'm going to grasp it. And I'm going to take it with both hands. Guys, let's just look at the first goal. And then I will touch on his overall performance. Actually, no, let's touch on his performance. Look at these numbers. Like, do you know what's crazy? For a guy that scored 2 goals, he only had 2 touches in the opposition box. Do you know how crazy that is? He only had 2 touches in the opposition box, and both of them were goals. The goals were lovely. I feel like overall, and there's a reason why I've mentioned it, the glue. This dude technically is so slept on. When the ball is fed into him, whether it's at 100 miles per hour by Fofana, his ability to play with his back to goal, his ability to connect the dots, bring Pulisic into the game, bring Rafa Leao, the 1-2s, the intricate passes. He is helping this Milan attack so much just by being there, occupying centre halves. But when you look at his performance, I feel like he had a solid game. Now, when you look at his goals, I love the first goal. I really, 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 really do. You see Jimenez, he has the ball down the right hand side. Look at Jovic. He's got his hand up. He's got his hand up. This is a player playing with a swagger. This is a player playing full of confidence. He wants it. He wants it. He's got his hand up. Get me the ball and watch what I can do. I feel like this is a lovely goal, man. This is a bullet header. This is a header. Good connection, good power, good accuracy. This is a lovely header by Jovic. And I feel like it just instilled him with more and more confidence. You look at the second goal. Sometimes they say in football, a striker every season can earn themselves between 5 and 7 goals that come from them being in the right place at the right time. It's all about the intuition. It's all about the anticipation. It's all about being able to sniff a half chance. And this goal, this isn't a goal that Sérgio Conceição has drilled into these players. This is how we're going to create opportunities. This goal just comes from him wanting it more. Him having the anticipation. Him being in the right place at the right time. And him putting the ball into the back of the net. By being in that dangerous area. By being able to think, cool, this header might get blocked. The rebound might fall to me. Anticipation. Anticipation. You will score 10-15 goals a season from the way your team plays, the system, patterns of play, but you will also score 5-7 goals that you create for yourself with your movement, with your anticipation, everything. And I loved it. And the fact that he scored it, I loved it, because I was like, listen, there's swagger, there's confidence, you've earned yourself a second goal. Milan in the second half, they continued to pile the pressure. Bearing in mind, Inter were going at it. They knew, listen, we're 40 minutes away from being knocked out. We have to throw the kitchen sink. And Rafa Leao, man, like, he comes under heavy criticism, but this dude steps up. If it's not a goal, it's definitely an assist. And guess who scored? It's not a tough question. Probably, not even probably, this is a fact. The player of the season, Reijnders. What a campaign this dude's having. What a campaign. This dude, especially in big games, he is stepping up. Bro, like, you could seriously make a case. Top 5 midfielders this season, whilst playing for a Milan team that are ranked 9th. He's playing amongst players that have underperformed. He's played in a variety of different systems. 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, 3-4-3. Sometimes in a double pivot. Sometimes a bit more advanced. Under Paulo Fonseca, who's playing out wide. Reijnders, once again, he makes the run in behind. Rafa Leao feeds him the ball. Now it's all about having the composure and putting it into the back of the net. And that's exactly what Tijani Reijnders done. And because of that, some might say Inter didn't really care about this game. Their priorities are the Champions League and the Scudetto, which is completely understandable. But at the end of the day, how many times have we seen Milan this season go into games where you're thinking the opposition have nothing to play for, and Milan continue to drop points. You play what's in front of you, regardless of the conditions, regardless of the dynamics, regardless of the personnel on the pitch. You need to get your job done as a team, as a coach, as pros on a football pitch representing Milan. And for me, it was a lovely semi-final, and it's created a blockbuster of a final. Vincenzo Italiano, Sérgio Conceição, Milan, Bologna. Who wants to see more? But if you're new, make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit the like button, and I will catch you guys on another one.